If I had to add something, let me add something on this whole Kanye West situation that's going on. If I'm gonna be honest with myself, like if I was asked a question like, Ape, what did you think of this thing? And using that free thought as he was saying, I would say, honestly speaking, I wasn't offended. I didn't feel offended. I thought I was interested to know what it is that he meant and what it is that, or where he was coming from, because I mean, it was also funny to me how that same media he was talking about in that interview took exactly that statement and flew with it, literally, like it's everywhere. And I'm asking myself, that was a 30-minute interview. Like, okay, what we watched or what I watched was 30 minutes. I saw it being chopped up, so it was probably longer than that. But it was a 30-minute interview. A lot was said. A lot of content was there. A lot of things that he said made sense. Why are we not talking about that stuff as well? Why are we so focused on that one sentence? That is what trips me up about media and all of the things that are, you know, presented to us. It just goes to show, it's an example to me of how media actually operates and how, you know, people operate as well. They are so invested in a negative statement, and that is like the most important thing of that whole interview to them, and they just reciprocating it so much. You know, like maybe there is some good to it, but come on guys, like let's actually talk about the entire point of what that interview was, you know. I will say also, on top of that, I'm kind of glad that that also came up, because it created a conversation, it created a dialogue, and a lot of us are talking about it. A lot of people are actually in a state of thinking, in a state of communication with each other, black or white, whatever, you know, old, young, people are talking about this, and that just goes to show like how much influence this guy has, for one. I respect that, and I respect that to go against the grain like that, say something that controversial, being in the power that he is. You know, just that factor alone, that he knows his influence and he knows he could get backlash for this, and he knows he could get unfollowed for this and all of that stuff, and his own media friends and his own, you know, musical friends could see him in a bad light. To him, it didn't matter. What mattered was that he said it, and he had to say it. So to me, it feels like, at the risk of all of that, I don't think it was malicious. I don't think he was being malicious in saying that statement. And I also think it was in a moment thing, and it was what he's feeling in the moment. I don't think he worked into that interview planning to say that, but we got to see what he was thinking and his line of thinking. So let's pay attention to his line of thinking and where he's thinking with this and where he's going with it and what he actually means by it. And he went on to explain it on Twitter. But people are so like emotional and so trapped in the statement